Hey everybody, how's it going? The name of this set here is LEGO Speed Champions 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon and 1970 Dodge Charger RT. I hope there's just one viewer out there who has formerly played an old computer game called The Sims Online and will understand my Simlish language paraphrase. Long name, Kikipali? Anyway, that was a long shot. Let's save the best for last here and start with a look at the Demon. First of all, if you have built Speed Champions cars before, I think you will not find this one to be particularly amazing with its build. But if you have not built Speed Champions cars before, I think you will enjoy any of them. Putting them together is a bit of a treat. They always introduce or use at least some very interesting building techniques, have some nice parts usage, and you will frequently see upside down building for some areas. Does this really capture the look of the Demon though? I think that from some angles it absolutely does. From others, it kind of doesn't. Things that I particularly like here are basically the flat plane of the back panel here, the entire tail of it, including the use of printed tail lights. That's a half round tile. There are 4 of them in the set, and yeah, you just stick them on there and they look pretty good. You also have some upside down building for the diffuser area of this. I don't know if it properly can be considered to have a diffuser, but I guess it kind of counts. You know, just the rear underbody area. I very much appreciate these new wheel inserts that they brought in to give you a suggestion of really high profile tires. It's just an insert that partly goes over the tire. They actually give you 2 extras in the set, so if you want to set up all 4 wheels like that, make it look a little bit more like a road racing car, like a Trans Am TA4 car or something like that. Would it be TA4 or the TA2? TA2, I think. Yeah, they give you another set. So that's a cool trick. Just adds hard plastic on the outside. It works though. I also like the hood. I think the hood is done very nicely, and I have a feeling that some people will disagree with me here, but I like the stickers on the front. It's very flat how they've established the front. The modern car is a little bit more curved than the earlier ones, but I don't know. I just think at least the main grille is done right and definitely contributes to capturing the soul of this car. But beyond some of these smaller details, it's a little bit difficult for me to really see the car. Like when I first look at it, if I don't see the grille when I first look at it, and especially if it didn't have the stickers on it, I wouldn't know exactly what it was going for. I would think, is it classic Camaro? Classic notchback Mustang, maybe? You know, I just would have a little bit of trouble with it. So I think the stickers are really important. But I get it. I understand the design looking at it. I understand the lines. I think I understand the design choices decently well. It's a good looking car, I think, overall. And I like a number of parts of it. But yeah, just overall, I don't think it's one of the most realistic looking sets that they've done to date. And looking at it from a higher angle where you would in real life normally see it more frequently, hopefully you'll see a little bit of the Mustang in there as well. First generation, maybe? Yeah, I think just first generation Mustang with the greenhouse, just the shape of it. The Speed Champions proportions, having the 6 stud width, but then the 4 stud wide greenhouse is very difficult to translate to many road cars, especially. Interior is just fine. No complaints there. I mean, you put a figure in there and you're done. I do especially like how that hood is done. The more I look at it, the more I like it. I liked it a lot when I first assembled it. I still like it. I think I will always like it. Yeah, I don't think you can get much better than that. But let's move on to the better car. Most people looking at this for the first time will say, Fast and Furious car. Hey, it's Dom's car. Well, let me actually correct that. So that is actually, and that's not my own little custom insert there, that actually comes with the set as an option. You can put the blower in or not. But that right there is an excellent picture of a factory stock 1970 Charger RT with a very specific color scheme that they offered up for it. You could get it just like this with the hubcaps. This is a factory car, and it's captured pretty well. Again, with the Speed Champions proportions, it's a little bit tough to get the windscreen and the roof to kind of fit with reality, but I think that this one works out okay by virtue of what they've done with the nose and the tail. For me, it's all about the light gray color. Just the lines that were created there, especially using the panel pieces to get the half plate thickness lines in there, or line in there especially. Yeah, I like this. This is, I don't know, I just like it. Period. Got a bunch of studs upside down construction underneath, and all of those RT emblems are printed tiles, printed 1x1 black tiles. I'm sure they would have done those as stickers if they could have, but they wanted to get the actual lettering fairly large, and that just went outside the realm of the tolerance ranges that they allow for stickers, so they had to go with the print there. But I appreciate it, whatever the reasoning. I think the side profile of this is pretty good. The whole thing could definitely use a little more forward rake. The hood, the bonnet, ideally would angle down just slightly, just slightly. But the back looks really good to me. They used a little bit of studs on the side construction for a little bit of the red stripe where it was possible, rather than just relying upon stickers. And then the exhausts back here are very nice. Let's get that lined up just a little bit better. And the tail lights look very nice. The construction is kind of weird back here. I've repeatedly squeezed everything back together. It's just that you have some pretty long overhangs where parts don't kind of force themselves together, where you don't have a lot of connection. But I mean, that's really neither here nor there. Just in general, I'm pretty satisfied with this thing. Pretty happy with it, and I do think it definitely looks much better, much cooler with the blower on it. They make it really easy to take this out by using that inverted slope. You just push on the back, and there's space in there to allow you to move that down and back, and then this will just slip right into place. Got the upper pulley on there. Let's see. Oh, now you're trying to be difficult. There we go. Yeah. That is good stuff. I really like that. Yeah. That's just great. Blower or not, I think when you first look at it, you know what it is. If you know the car in general, you know what it is. You know, it's one of those things where they've captured enough of the soul of the vehicle that I think any small details that are off are forgivable. They got the most important stuff dialed in. And the interior of this one is pretty good also. A little bit better than the Demon. And how it's executed. Got some of that red in there. I also like the gray portions and the fact that they use these gray corner tiles as well. Yeah, this is pretty nicely shaped up. Pretty deluxe, considering how difficult it is to get the shape of the exterior. You know, to actually have some time left over and some workable design ability left over to actually get the interior looking that nice as well is cool. Also cool is this side build, a Christmas tree. It's big, but the way that it works is pretty nice. And if you're unfamiliar with the use of the term Christmas tree in this specific context, you can just look up drag racing Christmas tree, and all will be explained. It's the most complete, I believe, the most complete and most accurate one that they've done to date. Has all the lights in place, and it also has a pretty cool action feature. I don't like the blue, of course. You know, the blue long Technic pins stand out, but check this out. The idea is that once you get staged, so you have to use your imagination a little bit to get staged, then the lights are actually going to come on for you, like so. It's really clever how that was done. You just look at this reset. Each of these lights is independently, I should work with this one up here, it's independently hinged, independently pivoted. It's just so simple. This part up here just comes down and it just impacts the half bushings, straightens them out, impacts, straightens them out, straightens them out, straightens them out, just like that. And then to reset, just pull this up to the top and then just push all these down. It's cool. You know, it's something to do. It makes sense. It's accurate enough. I like it. I mean, it's huge, but I like it. As just a side build, yeah, it's cool. It introduces something new, and it's good. Here are the figures they include with this set. On the left is the driver for the Demon, and I don't know why I just automatically wanted to refer to her as two-time NHRA Pro Stock Champion Erica Enders-Stevens. I know she went back to Chevy, but did drive Mopar for a little bit. In the center is the driver for the 1970 Charger. Of course, you can swap people around as you want, but I mean, obviously, you got all the Demon branding here, so it kind of speaks for itself. And on the right is just a random person to hold a flag. She can be starting the race. She can be just a fan on the side. She can be watching the finish of the race, whatever you want. Nice to get that hairpiece in that dark red color. You don't see dark red for hairpieces in general all that frequently. So yeah, I think it's just cool. And these all have prints on the backs of those torsos. Seen this one before. The other two are just fine by me. And there's no alternate faces. When I built this set, I also did the new NASCAR Camaro, and you can see the build video for all three cars combined over on my build channel, and I'll link to that in the card on the side of the video, in the pinned comment, and also conveniently in a moment at the end of this video here. The one you're watching, the one that you're watching now, not the one that you were just watching, because that's, you know what I'm saying. These are the parts that are left over from building the two cars, the two Dodges, including two of the high-profile tire inserts, the other two inserts from the front of the Demon, an extra full set. I guess you could swap all of these over if you want to the Charger, and you do get one extra of the RT logo 1x1, which is nice, and randomly one extra half of a tail from the Demon. So, you know, a nice selection of little extras. And now it's time for me to sum up and conclude. First of all, I'm very happy for all of the Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, Fiat fans out there who've been asking for something relevant in the Speed Champions line. Finally, we got something, and I really like that, especially with the blower. It's hot. It's good. And having the option to have just a standard non-cut roof line or hood line also is nice, is kind of deluxe. The Demon is a good thing to make. Doesn't quite hit the mark for me. One other thing that I didn't mention was that obviously this has the same sized tires in the front and the back. The backs are helped out with the inserts, which actually widen things up. The fronts are all wrong being as wide as they are. I guess you could see it as a regular street tire option, but they don't have the skinnies on there like that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. But, you know, beyond that, the more important things are the overall shape. Like from this angle here, I think this is one of the worst angles to look at this car. It just looks the least like the actual car. I like the front of it. I love the hood very, very much. But yeah, different strokes for different folks. Different people will, some folks will probably really, really like that, which is great. Awesome. Hope you do. Hope as many people as possible like it. The more enjoyment can be derived from a Lego set, the better. But I'm just all about that. Happy for the set, happy for the fans. And that thing is much cooler than I expected it to be. The figures are also well done. So in all, I think it's a good set, even if one of the cars ain't perfect. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll be working on the next video, and I'll be talking to you again soon.
Hey, hope Bobby T need me. But some the wrong days, kick your body.